everyone, welcome to the first tutorial or the first of many tutorials of website development. Now, unlike my previous website development series, this time I'm gonna cut the crap. I'm not gonna do the code version and the design version. There's going to be no Dreamweaver involved. This is going to be straight up code. I'm going to teach you how to code a website, and we're actually going to get into stuff like PHP and JavaScript, as well as HTML, of course, because that's the base of any website, and and have more advanced things like login systems, payment systems, so on and so forth. So that should be pretty exciting. Anyway, in this first tutorial, I will be teaching you how to set up a local server, because if you ever want to test out PHP, and if you don't want to put it on like a public website, then you can do it through a local hosted server. And that can be done using a program called XAMPP. So what you do is you Google XAMPP, XAMPP, and you look for the first link. If this isn't the first link, then just look for the link that says www.apachefriends.org/n/examp.html. That's the link you want. And of course, just download it depending on what operating system you have. So if you have Linux, do it for Linux. If you have Mac, do it for Mac. If you have Solaris for some reason, download it for Solaris. But if you haven't noticed, I have Windows, so I'm going to download the Windows version. Now, this does actually take a little bit to download, at least on my internet, and it's kind of funny because I have fairly fast internet, so I'm assuming it's a big download. But you want to download the installer, and that will download into your on your into your downloads folder, wherever your default download folder is. Just open up that installer and run it. Hopefully you know how to go through an installer. If you don't, well, I'm sorry. I already have this installed, and it's a little complicated. I don't want to uninstall it because I do have MySQL databases on there that I don't want to delete, so I can't show you the setup process, although I shouldn't have to, because it's literally you go through the installer and just do all the default settings. And when the setup is finished, I recommend having the option Launch Control Panel selected, because then it'll open up the control panel. If you didn't, just open up the XAMPP control panel through your start menu, or if you have it as a desktop icon. I don't think it creates a desktop icon, but if it does, or if you create one, then open it. You just want to have your control panel open. Now, what is this? Jeez. Get out of here. I think this is gonna work. Okay, well that deletes. Are you fucking serious? Are you serial, bro? Quit. Try again. This is odd. Hold on. Alright. Sorry about that. That was from a previous recording attempt. And apparently those ports were interfering. You shouldn't get that error. Okay. I mean, that's... Oh my god. if you're having that issue where it's like, oh, I don't know where it is, just go to your C drive, because by default, XAMPP installs in your C drive, XAMPP. So just go there, and the XAMPP_start.exe, that should be your, or no, sorry, not XAMPP start. Jesus. XAMPP control. There we go. Alright, so the XAMPP control panel I was opening was actually the one I had on my thing. That's a little weird. I'll have to fix that later. On my desktop, sorry. So now you have control panel open. Normally, I don't think it shouldn't, but if it isn't, I don't think it actually does have these automatically on, so I'll just stop them. And that's why I was getting the port errors, because this version was running. So this is what your screen should look like. Maybe these aren't installed. I don't know. The ones that the only ones you want to worry about though are Apache and MySQL. Those are the two biggest modules that you want installed, and they should install with XAMPP. Apache is your actual web server. That's what when you type in localhost into your web browser here, that's what it's gonna connect to. Oh, because it's not running, but that's why, because it's not running, that's why it could say could not connect. MySQL, that is databases, so once we create a login system, that will become useful to us. But at this current point in time, in this tutorial, it's not really necessary, even though this is just a setup tutorial. Although, if you launch the Apache, and you refresh the page, you'll get a directory tree, which if you don't know what that is, that's just, you know, showing you all the files and the structure of a folder on your computer. And that's not what you should get. Sorry, that's just me. When you first install XAMPP, you'll see a different page. It'll be like a pre-made XAMPP page for configuring options and stuff. Because I've already been using this, that page is gone because I deleted that file. But as long as something other than Chrome could not connect, or Firefox could not connect to the web page, or so on and so forth, then it's working. If you see some kind of web page, then it's working. And make sure it says localhost, okay? You can type in your own IP address, although you have to have the port 80 forwarded. Otherwise, it won't work. Alright, I think that's all we have to cover for the setup. Now that we have XAMPP configured and set up, it's literally that simple. In the next tutorial, we'll actually be getting on to HTML basics. My name's XAMPP, and stay classy. Just to make it